Hi guys, I'm
Hello.
MJ. This is my husband Eddie,
Hello.
and we thought we'd try this YouTube thing. We want to make a recording for our family and our friends so they can see what we're doing, and we thought we'd bring you along.
Maybe our grandkids will look at this one day.
And they can see what their grandparents did. So, we've been traveling in our Winnebago since 2012, full time. Eddie was working in a lot of different power plants, working all over the United States, so we were traveling for that.
It's retired, so this should be a lot of fun.
So we decided it was time to bring this to an end. We're tired of traveling, tired of moving from place to place. Because of medical reasons, I can't drive as long as I used to be able to, so it's gotten a lot harder to travel as much as we were. So after searching the United States for land somewhere that we could afford, we decided to buy some land in Alabama. We've spent some time down there and we enjoyed the area. So through an online realtor, we bought some land. We have not seen it, we haven't been there. So it's going to be interesting to see what we bought. I have seen pictures on Google Maps, so
That's kind of scary in itself. Not knowing what you got will be, when we get there, it'll be interesting.
okay, so I wanted to get it out of the way first thing. We are not independently wealthy. We are not wealthy by any means. We did not have a house to sell, to take a bunch of money with us, to just go down there and build a house. We have been living paycheck to paycheck for most of our married life. And we figured if we could do this, anybody can do it. Our plan is to go down there and build by ourselves. We are going to build a pole barn house. We don't have experience in building houses or anything like that. We have built some small sheds. They weren't great, but they stood the time. So it's going to be an experience. We are going to buy lumber as we can afford it. We may, in time, buy a package for the house.
But we're going to try to do this debt-free.
This is going to be all debt-free. We don't have credit cards anymore. We've been down that route where you have a credit card, you get in debt, and we don't want to do that anymore. So this is all cash. We paid cash for the land. We'll pay cash for our lumber as we build. Our ultimate goal is to provide ourselves with at least 80% of our own food. I love to garden, so I will be having a huge garden with all the vegetables I can think of, some fruit trees. I want to grow as much as I possibly can.
Alabama should give us some good hunting and fishing also. We both love to hunt and fish. We love the taste of wild meat, plus grow our own. It's a different type of hunting there than it is here in Colorado. We're used to hunting big game, elk, deer, mule deer. That's not the case down in Alabama. So we'll be starting from scratch, but we'll get it. We'll figure it out.
So between the hunting and the fishing and the gardening, and we'll also raise some meat chickens and some turkeys. We may raise some pigs and a milk cow. I've never had raw milk, so I'm looking forward to that experience if we get there.
Well, I grew up on that, so I should be able to teach them and get them into the taste of the real thing.
We have two of our children still at home with us. One of them is an adult, the other one is a little boy, and he is lactose intolerant, so that's where the goats come in. He can drink goat's milk, so we've got to get the goats and get milk in them so we can supply him with the milk that he loves to drink.
Yeah, he's going to have to learn how to do the milking too.
Well, hopefully we all learn how to do the milking. I've never milked a cow or a goat or anything. I have been watching a lot of videos on other people milking them, but I have raised goats. I raised Nigerian dwarf goats for a while, and I absolutely love them. I think they're wonderful animals. I've also raised chickens and geese, and I had some pheasants and some peacocks. So I'm not new into the bird business. I do know what I'm doing when it comes to the birds.
I was born and raised on a farm, ranch. I've had my own cattle business. So I pretty well know what I'm doing when it comes to raising livestock. But it's going to be a new thing for us.
So we thought we'd bring you guys along with us for the trip. It's going to be an interesting trip for sure. It's going to be a 1,400-mile trip to start with to get from here to Alabama. It may take us a week, it may take us 3 weeks to get there. There's no way of knowing. But if anything happens along the way, we will be sure to film it so you guys can see what we go through to get there. And you'll see the land with us for the very first time.
Third time around ranch.
This is going to be our third time doing this. We had a place here in Colorado that we had a garden and a bunch of different birds. And we gave that up to go on the road and travel. And then we bought some land in Maine, and we found that was way too cold for us.
Oh boy.
So we never did develop it. We didn't build anything there. So this is our third time. But we're hoping the weather is perfect in Alabama for us, and hopefully we're really going to enjoy this place.
I think she'll do really good in her gardening because the weather, I think, will be a lot more cooperative. A lot longer growing season. Be easier on the animals. I think it's going to work out just fine.
And I do love to garden and can. I have been canning like a mad woman trying to get ready for this trip. So let's get ready to get out of here.